I believe he said that, he said I'm hit or I'm down.
What's up with the YouTube? It's your boy Iamonio, man, and I'm back with another video. Hey man, if you're new to the channel, man, go on ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hey man, don't forget to turn your post notification on so you know when your boy I drop the bangers. Hey, I'm finna start doing pranks, man. I'm finna start doing pranks. So stay tuned. Be on the lookout. It's your boy Iamonio, man. Hey, I want to know how this guy right here is found not guilty in the Breonna Taylor case. That's all I want to know, man. We finna watch the video, man. See what really going on. See how he end up getting out of this. You see what I'm saying? I want to know. Hey, modern day lynching ain't it? That what you thinking? That's what I'm thinking. Hey, man. Y'all see the Facebook and y'all see the Instagram. Man, get on over there, man. Follow the Facebook, man. Follow the Instagram, man. Do that for your boy, man. Let's get into this video, though. And I'm going to talk through and after. So if you don't like it, I ain't going to say no more. Hey, man, I love all my supporters, though. I'm going to say that. I want to go and get that out there, man. I love all my supporters.
Happen once that door comes open?
Once the door comes open, I move up to where Detective Noble. So if this plexiglass was the door and Detective Nobles was hitting it with the ram, with his, I guess, from the left side of his body, after the third strike that breached that door at the strike plate in the door handle area. Once that door was breached, Detective Nobles then pivoted back out, so towards me, behind me, which was would be the parking lot area.
What did you do?
I immediately filled that void that was created by Detective Nobles moving with the ram out of the way.
What did you see? What happened?
As I moved up, and I was to the right side of the door, closest to the hallway, like I previously mentioned, I had my gun out already, down at the ready position, and I immediately could see, let me rephrase, I immediately could see darkness in the apartment, no lights on, and then almost instantaneously I saw a large muzzle flash from directly in front of me where you would be, directly in front of me, a large muzzle flash. And I'll describe the muzzle flash more specifically, is that we do, as it was described by Detective or Officer Galehausen yesterday, the muzzle flash was not a muzzle flash that I would commonly identify as a handgun muzzle flash. This was a large fire muzzle flash that I could see directly in front of me, and then the percussion from that muzzle flash I could feel being, you know, the percussion had nowhere to go. It was straight on at us, and I could feel the percussion. So I could see the muzzle flash, feel the percussion, and with the muzzle flash, it then gave me a, can I stand up, Judge?
You may.
Not tell if it was a male or a female, in a shooting stance at the ready here, and it lit up that figure. So if I'm where you're at, I see the muzzle flash, I get illumination from that muzzle flash, and then I can see a shadowy silhouette of a figure, and I couldn't identify whether it was a male or a female.
Could you tell whether there was more than one figure there?
I could not.
And you've previously, in your statement we saw played the other day, said you thought that individual was armed with a rifle, an AR-15.
Given the factors I just described to you, the large muzzle flash, the loud percussion or the boom of the gun, and the way the shooter was in a stance, it was what I would call a tactical, or like an army stance or a tactical shooting stance. They were at the ready, already gun up on the door.
How could you see that if Sergeant Mattingly and Miles Cosgrove are in that doorway also.
And I don't know where Detective Cosgrove was, but Sergeant Mattingly was up front, and he was the one that was closest to, I guess, the door jamb when that door first came open. So he would have been in front of me. To my left, Detective Miles would have been, I don't know where Detective Miles was, I don't recall, I don't have any, even in the stack, I don't remember where he was at, but he had to have been somewhere to my left.
When you saw that muzzle flash, what's the next thing that happened?
Immediately, Sergeant Mattingly goes down.
Was anything said at that point?
I believe he said that he said I'm hit or I'm down, one or the other.
And is Sergeant Mattingly a friend of yours?
He is.
So when that happened, what did you do?
Where we're at, and that this is trained in the academy.
So what you telling me is, bro just fired off one shot with the AR. He just fired off one shot. Y'all, if he gonna protect himself, y'all think he just was gonna fire one shot? What would you have did? Would you only fire one shot, knowing that you shooting at the police, knowing that one shot and 15 other shots all gonna give you the same time? You just gonna shoot one time.
You're in that fatal funnel. It's been, I guess, touched on, but I'll describe more in detail. The fatal funnel is an area you don't want to be in on a search warrant. Okay, you want to get out of that area as quickly as possible. You're trained from day one. Do not stay in the fatal funnel. You have to go through the fatal funnel at some point to make entry into wherever you're getting entry into. So I knew, facing that muzzle flash, and there's an active shooter directly in front of me, we're not going to continue making entry into that apartment and taking rounds. I spun out to my left, kind of in a similar fashion that Detective Nobles did with the ram previously, and ran back through the breezeway. I did not want to be in the fatal funnel. I know that people die in the fatal funnel, as it is. Sergeant Mattingly is now to my left on the ground. So I want to get out of that fatal funnel as quickly as possible and get to a location where I can return rounds.
What do you know, was Sergeant Mattingly out of commission, or was he returning round?
I don't know.
How about Miles Cosgrove?
At that time, I did not know.
You don't know whether anybody was firing back, correct?
Correct.
Did you continue?
So he just shot one AR. He just shot the AR one time to hit one police officer, and you don't know if everybody was shooting back or not. You the only one shooting. So it's four of y'all seem like one down, the other two ain't shooting. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. I just want to know. How do you expect somebody to believe this?
Continue to hear rounds?
Yeah, the firing began as in the best of my memory, a volley back and forth, or two different guns. And as I made that corner back out towards the sliding glass door, I get illumination, a bright illumination from a muzzle flash. And the reason I say it's a muzzle flash is because it's a bright illumination, the bright flash, and with the loud percussion I get from what sounds to be rifle fire. And as I made that corner, that percussion, that muzzle flash intensified. intensified.
And was it your perception that that muzzle flash was coming from your brother officers?
No, sir.
What did you think?
I knew Sergeant, excuse me, I knew Sergeant Mattingly was down, and I knew
If you don't cry, they ain't gonna believe it's real. You gotta lie and cry. Then they will believe you if you cry. Come on, man. Sound like some stuff I was trained, they don't. Sound like they decided each other up to shoot one another because they didn't went in there and killed somebody by accident. That what it sound like to me. Hey, I'ma just keep it 100 with you. This seems like some stuff that went on training day or something. You know what I'm saying? Shh. That what it seemed like. I ain't gonna count.
I knew they were trying to get to him. And it appeared to me that they were being executed with this rifle.
So what did you do?
Last door. And that did not stop the threat.
What were you firing at?
The muzzle flashes that I could see in the apartment. They were illuminated by that illuminated that sliding glass door.
And did you continue firing? Do you know how many rounds you discharged?
At that time, no, sir.
And did you continue firing?
I fired, and then I assessed. After firing through that sliding glass door, I assessed, and the firing continued.
And what did you do?
I moved from my left to my right from the breezeway towards the bedroom window that was now being illuminated by that muzzle flash. Okay, it's been testified to numerous times that there was a drape or blinds there, and that's accurate. But that was still lighting up that bedroom window. Both bedroom windows were still being lit up. So in my mind, I perceived that threat, which I clearly identified as a threat, an active threat.
Hold up. So, ain't nobody at the door. He just still shooting at the door. And the windows lighting up from him shooting at the door. And you done went around the corner to the window to shoot in the window when you already scared. Come on now. You scared, sound like you scared. You don't want to get shot. Everybody else, you just said they getting executed. I'm saying, come on, man.
I thought that if I could get to that bedroom window, I could put rounds through that bedroom window and stop the shooter who, from the last place I had eyes on them, which was seconds before that.
Okay. How long does this go on, if you can estimate?
He went around to the window after they already had the one in there and shot him. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. They had to make this whole story up, you know. I'm just thinking of a movie, man. That's all it seemed like to me.
From the first shot,
Yes.
I would say
Did you fire the last shot?
after I shot return fire through that bedroom window, the threat stopped. All firing ceased that time, and in my mind, the threat was stopped or eliminated.
And are you able to estimate how long it was from the time the first shot that struck Sergeant Mattingly till your last shot?
Shout out to my boy JoJo, man. Hey, he been there from day one, man. Shout out JoJo. It's your boy Audio, man. He got all scot-free in the Breonna Taylor case. Another day Martin Day lynching, man. That's all it is. Another Martin Day lynching. Hey, man. If you rock with your boy, man, drop down in the comment section, man. Let your boy know that you rockin' with your boy, man. Hey, we can't go nowhere but up from here, man. The grind don't stop, man. Might slow down sometimes. I get a little busy. I am still working, you know. So hey, but that grind don't stop. It's your boy on here, man. Signing out. And that's all, folks.